Hi, I'm Norma Hollis, and I am delighted to have the opportunity to share with you the Authenticity Grid. Essentially, it says that all of us have three voices within us. We have an inner voice that no one hears but us. We have an outer voice, that's how people perceive us. And we have an expressive voice, which is who we have become. We also have three processes in terms of how we approach life and how we live our life. Some of us are thinkers, so we have think. Some of us are communicators, communicate. And some of us just love to make things happen, and we're doers. We're doers. And we need all of those energies. We need to think, communicate, do. We also need our inner, outer, and expressive voices in order for us to be ourselves. Our inner voice is composed of three dimensions. You'll see these boxes, and each of the boxes represents an energy. I refer to it as dimension. It's a dimension of who you are. It's also an energy of how you respond and how you act in the world. When I first created this grid and dissected myself, I named each of these boxes by an animal as I saw myself, and the energy that that animal put out, and how I saw myself putting that energy out. So that's why I refer to it as energy. We are all made up of energies that flow within us. And this is a way to understand the energies within. So you may hear me refer to them as energies or as dimensions, and I'll use them interchangeably. The inner voice has the three dimensions, the three energies. Intuition, our sixth sense, how we talk to ourselves. Our integrity, which is our value system, what's really important to us as we go through life. And our inspiration, what drives us, what makes things happen for us, what makes us get up and get out of bed and do something and move our lives forward. Then we have our outer voice, which represents how other people perceive us. People can look at you and they make an impression about you. They make an impression about your wellness. Are you healthy? Are you within your right weight? What size are you? How do you move around? What's your vitality? People make an impression about you by the people you associate with, your network, your quality and quantity relationships. And people make an impression about you by their view of your net wealth. And by net wealth on the Authenticity Grid, we mean abundance. We don't mean financial wealth. We're talking about what brings you abundance and joy. And on the expressive voice, that's who you have become. How the inner and outer voices come together to put you out there in the world. And the three dimensions there are, first, legacy. And legacy refers to your gifts and talents. Not what you leave for your heirs, but what was given to you at the time of your birth, your gifts and talents. Then there's likability, which refers to your personality, how you come across to other people, what joy you give them, the personality that you share with them, and also your lifestyle, your habits. What do you do day to day? Now, these are also on the grid based on whether they come across as a think energy, a communicate energy, or a do energy. The think energy are basically aptitudes, ideas, energies. It's what you were born with, and they're the source of where your thinking comes. When you think about your net wellness, you're going in deep into your DNA. When you think about your legacy, you're going deep into your gifts and talents. When you think about intuition, you're going deep into your sixth sense. That's in contrast to communicate, how you communicate who you are to the world. Then the third energy is do, and that's getting up and making things happen, getting out of the seat, not necessarily communicating, but being active in your behavior when you're doing. All of these make up the Authenticity Grid, and when you understand it, you will have a tool that will help you understand you, and it will also help you identify where you may have challenges in life and where you may be able to overcome some of the challenges that you're encountering. It's all about self-awareness, and the more authentic you become, the more you connect with yourself in each of these 9 dimensions, the more you're going to know yourself. The more you know yourself, the more self-aware you are, the greater you are in a position to do whatever it is you want to do.